watching VNEWS Bulletin Bongo from Hanoi. And now the headlines as usual.
Vietnamese, Peruvian presidents hold talks in Lima, Peru. Vietnam Food Expo 2024 opens in Ho Chi Minh City. And later, Ho Chi Minh City ranks third in Southeast Asia for startup ecosystem value.
Party General Secretary Tô Lâm on November 14th visited Bạch Long Vĩ Island district in the northern city of Hải Phòng to learn about the living and working conditions of local residents and soldiers stationed on the island.
Bac Long Vĩ is the furthest island from Vietnam's mainland, about 15 nautical miles from the boundary between Vietnam and China in the Gulf of Tonkin, and 110 kilometers from Haiphong's Han Giao. The party chief urged Haiphong City and Bac Long Vĩ Island District to focus on developing a comprehensive strategy for the island, ensuring that it becomes a fortress for defending Vietnam's sovereignty while fostering economic growth. Earlier the same day, Lâm laid a wreath at the Bac Long Vĩ Martyrs Memorial and visited Radar Station 27. He also attended the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a residential building, a dining hall, and a sanitation facility at the Military and Civilian Medical Center on the island. On the occasion, the party chief presented gifts to the local authorities, military units, and 10 policy beneficiary households on Bac Long Vĩ Island. Continuing his visit to Haiphong City, on the afternoon of the same day, General Secretary To Lâm held a meeting with the Haiphong City Party Organization Executive Committee. To drive Haiphong's development, the leader emphasized the importance of elevating the city to the level of leading cities in Asia. He outlined a vision for Haiphong as a modern international port city, leading the nation in industrialization and modernization, and serving as an international center for economy, education, training, and science and technology.
State President Lương Cường is paying an official visit to Peru. The following report highlights the leader's activities in the country.
This historic first visit by a Vietnamese state president to Peru coincides with the 30th anniversary of Vietnam-Peru diplomatic relations, marking a milestone in political, economic, and diplomatic ties. Peru is currently Vietnam's sixth largest trading partner and the most important investment destination for Vietnam in the Latin American region. Vietnamese State President Luong Quang stressed that there remains significant potential for further cooperation between the two countries. Acknowledging the substantial contributions made by Viettel to Peru's sustainable development by creating jobs and improving living conditions of local people. President of Peru Dina Ercilia Boluarte Zagara affirmed that the Peruvian government will create favorable conditions for Viettel to expand its business activities in Peru through its vital telecommunications project, particularly in digital transformation projects and smart city development, among others. As the two leaders affirmed their resolve to upgrade the bilateral ties, they reached consensus on bolstering cooperation across the areas of their strengths and interests. Following the talks, President of Peru Dina Ercilia Boluarte Zagara presented the Grand Cross of the Order of the Sun of Peru to the State President of Vietnam. On November 14th morning, Lima time, President Luong Quang delivered a message about firm confidence in a bright future while addressing the APEC CEO Summit 2024 as part of his attendance at the APEC Economic Leaders Week in Peru. A keynote speaker, President Quang said that, to fulfill the shared objectives, APEC member economies must focus on 4 key priorities. Firstly, they must ensure a peaceful and stable international environment that nurtures global trade and investment alongside economic integration and connectivity. Secondly, it is essential to ensure that every nation and individual have equal access to opportunities, and can fully benefit the outcomes of cooperation and development. Thirdly, the member economies must develop comprehensive solutions for transitioning to clean, green energy to effectively tackle humanity's most pressing challenge of climate change. And lastly, it is necessary to ensure that disruptive technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, are developed and applied responsibly and inclusively, becoming essential drivers of economic growth and social progress. The summit included more than 20 discussion sessions, focusing on issues and trends, such as climate change, geopolitical fluctuations, and the artificial intelligence revolution and innovation, among others. On the same day, State President Luong Quang received leaders of several outstanding businesses of Peru in Lima. These firms are operating in various sectors, including mining, energy, port investment, financial services, mutual fund management, electricity, and insurance. President Quang expressed his pleasure at the meeting, saying he believes it will make a positive contribution to the development of bilateral economic and investment relations to a new and better phase. Recalling the important progress in bilateral cooperation across various fields in recent times, he stated that there still has much room for growth. The state leader suggested Peruvian enterprises explore the possibility of collaborating in sectors where Peru has particular strengths, and Vietnam also has significant potential, such as mining, organic agriculture, food processing, and tourism. The president reaffirmed Vietnam's commitment to creating a favorable business and investment environment for foreign investors in general, and for Peruvian companies in particular, to cooperate and invest effectively and sustainably in the country.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính laid stress on the significance of national solidarity through concrete actions while attending the Great National Unity Festival in residential area number 8 of Na Sam Town in the northern mountainous province of Lạng Sơn, Văn Lang district on November 14th.
Residential area number 8, situated 1 kilometer west of the center of Na Sam Town, spans 112.36 hectares. It is home to 134 households with 590 residents of the 3 ethnic groups of Tay, Nung and Kin. The Prime Minister commended the local party organization, administration and people for strengthening solidarity and make concerted efforts to get over difficulties and obtain significant results in boosting socioeconomic development, preserving cultural identity and improving both material and spiritual lives for the community. He called for the town's continued unity to promote poverty alleviation, do away with dilapidated houses, remove transport bottlenecks with a view to concretizing the resolution adopted at the 13th National Party Congress. On November 14th, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh conducted a field inspection to review progress of 2 expressway projects in Lang Sơn and Cao Bang provinces. After assessing the progress of the Dong Dung Lang Sơn, Tra Lin Cao Bang Expressway and the Hue Gi Chi Lung Expressway in Lang Sơn province, the Prime Minister held a meeting in Cao Bang province, with leaders from ministries, sectors, localities and units to tackle challenges and accelerate work on the 2 expressway projects. The Prime Minister urged investors and contractors to mobilize additional equipment and personnel, increase work speed, and establish a revised timeline to ensure faster progress and improved quality.
Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân is on an official visit to Sweden and the Czech Republic from November 10 to 16. Join us to see how the latest trip is processing.
Invited by Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala, the Vice President is visiting the country from November 13th to 16th. During her visit, she met with Petr Simunek, Vice Chairman of the Communist Party of Bohemia and Moravia. Vice President Swan encouraged both parties to strengthen information sharing, exchange insights on theoretical and practical matters, and facilitate delegation exchanges to deepen mutual understanding and political trust. Vice Chairman Simunek affirmed that the Communist Party of Bohemia and Moravia will actively work to foster a closer and more cooperative relationship with the Communist Party of Vietnam.
Vietnam Food Expo 2024 opened at the Saigon Exhibition and Convention Center in Ho Chi Minh City on November 13th. Having accompanying Vietnamese enterprises for a decade, the Expo has been forming a professional and effective trading and investment platform to help businesses in the food industry promote their brands and expand export and import markets.
On display are a wide range of agricultural products, aquatic products, processed foodstuff and beverages, as well as food processing, preservation, and packaging technologies and equipment. Additionally, this year's Expo continues to be a place to honor national food brands. At the Expo, the Vietnam Trade Promotion Agency opened a space for digital trade promotion ecosystem, which sees the participation of major e-commerce platforms. The four-day event features more than 500 booths of nearly 400 enterprises from 30 Vietnam cities and provinces and more than 20 countries and territories. Vietnamese enterprises and international importers in the food industry can meet at a business matching conference and other connection activities held during the Expo.
Textile and garment exports are likely to hit $44 billion this year, according to the Vietnam Textile and Apparel Association.
The export turnover in the first 10 months of this year reached more than $36 billion, up 10% over the same period in 2023. Vietnam has exported textile and garment products to more than 100 countries and territories. Textile and garment export activities are expected to continue to improve at the end of the year, with key export markets of Vietnam such as the US, the EU, Japan, and China still maintaining growth. Meanwhile, there is potential in the ASEAN, Russian, and Canadian markets for businesses to increase their sales. In addition, the continuing downward trend in freight rates is also supporting the growth of textile and garment exports. However, the industry is still facing many challenges, including stricter standards from buyers in the EU and US markets and a growing trend of green, sustainable, and digital development, which require businesses to focus on investing in technology to adapt and seize opportunities.
Ho Chi Minh City ranks third in Southeast Asia in terms of startup ecosystem value, with an economic impact of $5.22 billion, according to Startup Genome Global Startup Ecosystem Report released at the Saigon Summit recently held in the city.
Themed Charting Vietnam's Tech Future, the Saigon Summit highlighted Vietnam's growing prominence in the tech industry, which is rapidly advancing to compete with other major players in the region. Meanwhile, the 2023 Southeast Asia Digital Economy Report, jointly conducted by Google, Temasek, and Bain & Company, predicted that Vietnam's digital economy will continue to grow at a rapid pace, with an estimated value of $45 billion by 2025. Vietnam's large consumer base of approximately 100 million people offers significant opportunities for startups and businesses looking to expand their operations, it said. In addition, a report from Vietnam's National Innovation Center and Golden Gate Ventures identified 5 key sectors expected to drive Vietnam's future economic growth: healthcare technology, financial technology or fintech, logistics tech, green economy, and education technology.
And that's wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching. See you next time.